For years, we had been best friends. We shared secrets, dreams, and endless amounts of laughter. But one evening, curiosity got the better of me. I checked their messages, something I would regret forever. It was Casual Friday, and I was supposed to meet up with Sarah at our usual cafe after work. She was late, but I wasn't worried. Sarah was the kind of person who could make an entrance even at a funeral. We'd known each other since kindergarten, and over the years, our friendship had become my anchor, my go-to in the sea of life. I knew her like the back of my hand, or so I thought. I was sipping my latte, half expecting her dramatic sweep into the cafe when my phone buzzed. It was Sarah, apologizing for being late and asking me to meet her at home instead. Something about her tone set off alarm bells, but I shrugged it off. Sarah was always full of surprises. When she arrived, it was clear that something was off. She looked tired, her eyes shadowed with a hint of something I couldn't quite place. As she sank into the couch, she pulled out her phone, hiding it behind her back. Her usual boisterous energy was replaced by a subdued quietness that made me uneasy. "Everything okay, Sarah?" I asked, my concern growing. She nodded, but not before I caught a glimpse of her message. "Just got home from a long trip." It read, "So, what brings you over?" I tried to sound casual, but the lie hung heavy between us. Sarah's face fell. I didn't mean to lie," she whispered, her voice cracking. Curiosity gave way to concern. This wasn't like Sarah. There was more to this than just a white lie. And I knew if I didn't get to the bottom of it, our friendship, the one that had weathered so many storms, might just shatter. Her facade finally crumbled, and Sarah poured out the truth, or what she called the truth. Her trips weren't vacations. They were visits to see someone she had fallen in love with, someone who had become her entire world. She spoke of stolen moments, secret rendezvous, and a love that was as intense as it was forbidden. But it was the hidden messages that revealed the depths of her deception. Behind the playful emojis and seemingly casual words were conversations that hinted at a life I knew nothing about. A life filled with deceit, hidden agendas, and a web of lies that Sarah had woven so intricately that I found myself lost in it. My heart pounded against my ribs, threatening to burst out of my chest. My hands trembled, not from fear, but from the shock of it all. How could I have been so blind? How could I have missed the signs? All those late nights, all those secretive smiles, all those whispers on the phone. I had dismissed them all as just another quirky part of Sarah's vibrant personality, but now the pieces of the puzzle were falling into place, forming a picture that was both heartbreaking and terrifying. As Sarah spoke, I felt like I was drowning in a sea of betrayal. Every word she uttered chipped away at the foundation of our friendship, leaving me breathless and vulnerable. I wanted to scream, to break the silence that was deafening in its finality. But I couldn't. I was frozen in a state of disbelief, trapped in the wreckage of shattered trust. Then, as if sensing my turmoil, Sarah's demeanor shifted. A flicker of panic crossed her face, quickly replaced by a calmness that sent chills down my spine. It was the same calmness she had displayed earlier when confronted with her lies. "You knew I'd find out, didn't you?" I whispered, my voice hoarse with emotion. The accusation hung in the air between us, heavy with the weight of unspoken truths. She offered me a sad smile, her eyes distant. "I knew you were curious," she replied softly, her gaze dropping to her lap. "I thought you deserved to know." That single sentence, spoken so matter-of-factly, shattered the last vestiges of our friendship. In that moment, I saw a stranger sitting on my couch, someone I once thought I knew, someone who had been a constant in my life, yet had been living a secret life, a life that had been a complete contradiction to the one she had shown me. As I walked away that night, the weight of her revelations pressed down on me. I realized how little we truly know about the people closest to us, how easily a life can be turned upside down by hidden truths. Sometimes the people we think we know best carry secrets so dark they can change everything in an instant.